All right. How about that? What's happening? Good morning. Ricky, good morning. Yeah, I scheduled it last night. I was expecting, how's the audio, by the way? I was expecting there to be a few people since I was 7 minutes late logging in, but there was nobody here. Maybe the notification didn't go out. It should, there should be a notification that goes out on Facebook and YouTube and even Instagram now. I think Instagram and Facebook are connected now, somehow. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, it was, won't call it an unplanned live, but I don't normally go on Thursdays, but what the hell? It's easier than editing a video and loading that out. Nope. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I can turn that down if it's too loud. Hey, stop it. Don't start with me now. I'm live, okay? You did get it, Ricky. Okay, good. Ed, how are you, buddy? You're, shit, a week away, right? I'll be here. Oh, no, you're coming in May. Don't you dare. If you knock my coffee over, I'm going to kick your ass. Stop it. Stop it. Simba. I just put my coffee up here. This dog, you know, German, stop it. Oh, he's barking at me and then running away. He thinks Jonah's going to save him. His mama. Ah, I gotcha. It's right here. There we go. I had the reverb, huh? Yeah. Should be good now. There's no echo. Hey, Simba. I'm going to lock your ass in the house. He's wreaking havoc. Beat his ass, would ya? Okay. Sorry about that. Every now and then he definitely has that German Shepherd mentality. He's like, fuck all. And now we bought this nice, it's like a sectioned steel gate, right? And it collapses down to one, but it's like 8 to 10 sections. You guys know what I mean? You can unfold it. You can turn it into a square or a triangle. You can even make a circle out of it. But he just hops right over it. So we got, we got him. And we got him on the 5th of March, Junior's birthday. Or no, the weekend before. We got him at the end of February, the last weekend in February. We got him when Mike, Foodie, and Janine were here. when they first came here. Yeah, he can make some noise. I tell you what. The neighbor had asked Jonah the other day. They're chismissing over the fence. Jonah, the neighbor. She hasn't actually seen the dog because they don't have a view. And she asked Jonah how big the dog is. She goes, "My God, that sounds like a look. How big is your dog?" Oh, he's just a puppy. He's only 10 months old at the time. She couldn't believe it. He's going to be a beast for sure. How's everybody doing? Boy, the heat's on here, you guys. Filipinos complain about the heat all the time, right? It's the oddest thing. They've lived here their whole life. And now that summer's here, good Lord, that's all you're going to hear. Just a second. This is one of the Thunder guys. I got to reply to this. I sold the Inmax to one of my Thunder brothers. We've got some paperwork to do for the transfer. The Inmax is gone. So the Green Hornet lasted all of how long? I guess I shouldn't have bought it. Oh well, got the money back, so most of it. And now I've just got Big Blue, and I've got the adventure bike, the V-Strom. So, Ray Caitlin, good morning. The two sheepdogs from Looney Tunes. Ricky got it. Oh, Ricky USA got it. Forrest Milo's lost. Got too much going on in the head, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I gotta go meet. Keith is the owner of the Insomnia Bar. His brother owns the bar next door called the Old Club. So check those out if you're ever in town, or next time you're in town. Obviously, you're going to be in town. You wouldn't. All right. Yeah, you guys. I say the word sorry, and Siri comes up. So let's just put this away so I can't see it. Anyway, yeah, George and Ralph, the two sheepdogs from Looney Tunes. George and Ralph, Looney Tunes. Well, I was a big Looney Tunes fan. That's for sure. I remember, my favorite was Foghorn Leghorn. Ricky, I have no idea what it used to be called. I really don't. Sorry. But I know what it's called now. Right next door to Insomnia. D Club does sound familiar, though. I think I remember seeing that somewhere. I think I remember seeing a sign that says D Club. Yeah, that's right. All right, you guys. So we are paid up at the Subic House through June and July. So our official move-in date's June 1st, but I'm going to mooch the keys off the guy, sometime in May. so I can start moving stuff over slowly while Jonah's in the dogs were guarding the sheep. God, I don't remember that. I watched Looney Tunes all growing up as a kid. I don't remember those two dogs. How come? I remember Foghorn Leghorn, and his little sidekick was a gopher or something, wasn't it? That's correct, because you've got Insomnia, Old Club, and Hotel Natalia. Craig Edwards, good morning. How you doing? Boy, we make a good cup of coffee in this house, you guys, I'm telling you. They were fighting Wile E. Coyote, the sheepdogs? Wow. Now, Wile E. Coyote, hey, Jeff, everybody remembers Wile E. Coyote. In fact, I've got the Roadrunner tattooed on my leg because I've got so much energy. Every now and then I get nicknamed the Roadrunner. Down to 171 pounds, you guys. Fit and trim. I'd like to see 166 maybe. That's probably pushing it, but 168 would be great. The sheepdogs that were fighting Wile E. Coyote. Huh. Well, you guys are good because I'm going to have to YouTube that. Once I see him, I'll probably remember, right? All I remember is Wile E. Coyote getting his ass kicked by the Roadrunner. That big steel anvil falling on his head or something, you know? Looney Tunes. I got a great story about Looney Tunes. When I started with my company in Southern California, they were called Dimension Cable Services. And we serviced a town called Laguna Beach, California, which was home to a lot of extremely wealthy people. And I was in the home of, it's not Looney Tunes, sorry, it's Hanna-Barbera. I was in the home of Hanna-Barbera. You guys remember that? The Hanna-Barbera cartoons? And throughout this house were these beautiful house, cliffside, ocean view. This guy had money, obviously. I don't remember any of the Hanna-Barbera characters now, but he had these cells, cartoon cells, that were about 12 by 12, all over the house. That were used, obviously, to make the cartoons. But yeah, I was in the home of Barbera. Now, he was not there, of course. He had his people take care of the cable install. Yeah, I was just a runt, 23 years old, whatever. Yeah, Ray, when he sleeps, you know, you could start up Big Blue right next to him, he wouldn't wake up. You're right about that. So here we are, March 27th. Unbelievable. Another month gone, just like that. I'll tell you what. Now the building, you guys, I got the chismets on that building yesterday. That abandoned building that's next door to Tequila Reef. Well, it's across the street, but next door, right? It's been sat abandoned. Doc A, good morning. How are you, sir? It's sat abandoned for years. It's going to be a hotel. And there's going to be a 7-Eleven on the first floor. So there you go. That abandoned construction sat like that for years and years. A couple of people told me that it went up in 2013, which I think is correct. Because my first trip to Angeles City, Envy wasn't there. It was just some little yellow house was sitting there on that property. They hadn't even started the construction of Envy yet. So there you go. The Beloy Beach Bum on board. How are you, brother? What's going on, Kevin? I was in, I'm in Barreto every weekend. I just, for some reason, I don't feel like coming down and knocking on your door. I don't want to piss you off, Okay, 2000, it was built even sooner. So now the door guard at Tequila Reef, was the one who told me. He thought it was about 10 years old. He couldn't really remember. And you remember it in 2007. So that's 8 down, carry the 2. How many years ago? 18, obviously. So you saw it there 18 years ago. So we don't really know when it went up. So here now, this has been sitting for 18 years, and now they are finishing it. And it's going to be a hotel. Ah, Kevin, are you getting LASIK surgery or something different? Robert just had it too. So there used to be a Tomcat bar there. Okay. Oh, cataracts. Oh my. Well, that's serious, right? But they can fix those up right away now, right? Laser surgery. Mike Foodie, welcome. Sorry I missed you back there. Mike Foodie's in Cuba. How about that? Always wanted to go to Cuba. They've got some cool cars in Cuba, right? That are taxis. 3.5 hour flight from Canada to Cuba. That's not bad. Enjoy Cuba. Send me some pics or something there, Mike. Huh? I've always wanted to visit Cuba. I think Cuba was closed to Americans until recently, right? Or not recently, but thank you, Doc A. 140K for cataract surgery. So that's 3,000 US dollars. Well, that's pretty cheap, right? I wonder what it would be comparatively. What they would charge you. Of course, insurance would pick up most of that if you had it, of course. Okay. I finally got my camera empty. My God. My Insta360 Go 3 was packed. I had I looked at it right before the last trip down to Barreto, and I had about 8 minutes of recording time left on it. I'm like, oh shit, I got to do something about that. A lot of Cadillacs. Nice. Kevin was at Guantanamo Bay. Yeah, that was a Marine barracks station that was available to us. You could do Marine barracks, Guantanamo Bay. I remember that. That was one of the places you could go as a young jarhead. Be barracks duty, Guantanamo. But kind of a boring job, really, because all you do is, dress up in your dress blues and you salute and you let people go through and you're checking IDs and, I mean, you look good, but condos are not welcome in the U.S. Oh, in Canada, Cuba. Oh, I see. You're saying U.S. parts are not welcome, so they make their own. Yeah, but Cuba has only been open to Americans for like 10 years or less, right? I mean, geez, I've been here for 8, so you lose track of like major events, world events that happen. That was a big one when Americans were welcomed back to Canada. I mean, Cuba. Sorry, that was a big one in the news. And now the big thing in the world news is the reporter leak, right? That never happened, or they don't really know if it happened, but everyone's talking about it. The reporter that leaked the war news, right? That's all that's on there now. You turn on the. I like watching the world news. I've got that IPTV, so ABC News is on there. ABC World News. Ah, oh wait. So Americans cannot go to Cuba now. Mr. Ed says, okay. Uh, yeah, I saw it briefly last night, but I was busy on the laptop. Doing something. What was I doing? I don't remember. I had to mute the audio, but we normally leave. Even Jonah likes it. We normally just leave it going loud enough that we can hear it in the kitchen and whatnot while we're eating. I've always been a current events person, especially and then I've got ABC 7 Los Angeles, which is the old channel I used to watch. It's amazing. Most of the newscasters are still there. Hello, Henry. You can go to Pattaya. You can go to Pattaya. There's plenty of Russian girls there. Gross. Plenty of Russian girls in Pattaya. Oh, what have we got? We've only got 17, 19 now. 19 and only 4 likes. Get them, Ed. Okay, now I want to throw Jim Schultz. How are you, buddy? Pattaya Beach. Yeah, there's. Uh, don't quote me, but I believe there's at least 2 different clubs, chrome pole bars that have strictly Russian ladies. If that's your thing. I mean, come on. If you're in Thailand, those Thai girls, if they would have just admitted it happened, it would have been yesterday's news by now. I see. That's what made it okay. Well, now the chismis about all of these flight incidents that have happened, right? The chismis on that is they always happened. The only reason they're being mainstream media now is because Trump is president. So the Democrats are behind that, or I don't know. That's the chismis anyway. That these airborne incidents, all these incidents, they were always happening. They just weren't making the news because there were better things to talk about. I don't know. Well, they're not actually from Pattaya, Henry. They're imported there to entertain you. They're from Russia. Capiche? You know what I mean, brother? There you go. Get them, Ed. Likes are free. Just like the live stream, it's free for you to log in here and get all this useless information. All kidding aside, I do have some pretty decent vlogs to put out. Even a few Pattaya vlogs, if you're interested in that. I don't know if I'll put the Patio vlogs up or not. It's not a Patio channel, but they're reporting aircraft INCC. Yeah, you're going to have to translate that, Tim. Singapore Dan. What's up, Singapore Dan? Yeah, I would imagine that Russia has a red light district. You think? What do you think? Do they or not? I've got no idea. I would never even entertain that idea. I like my girl's peanut butter brown. Oh, Henry says when he was in the Navy, he saw them in Thailand everywhere. Well, how about that? Now, that's true, actually. Come to think of it, because I was sitting in a 7-Eleven one day, CJ and myself, and there were a couple of ladies in there with kids. It did sound like, uh, okay, where am I at? I was talking to Lunar 27. This is getting worse for a second. Mr. Ed is going to Thailand. Good choice. Good choice. I'm going to give it a go here, 2 more years in Subic, which I think I'm really going to like because, I mean, obviously, I spend quite a bit of time down there, and I do enjoy it there. I like the expat scene there. It's quite a bit different, a lot more mellow. And the bar scene there is, there's a lot of really great old cater to ex-military type drinking bars, not necessarily with girls. Oh, okay. You're still coming to the Philippines. Okay. Tap it coming in. What the fuck? Over. Yeah, get him, Ray. That's all you gotta do is tap it when you come in. See, sometimes it's still I'm still seeing only 4 likes, but you guys know I've got Buzz Schultz, Lou Nash. Lou Nash is in the house somewhere, hiding, not saying nothing. Jonah Babe and Adriano Angeles are the only likes I have. Are those hearts? Oh, the likes are Buzz Schultz and Lou Nash. I got some love in there. The love is Jonah Babe. Jonah Donna's up, by the way. She will make an appearance today. Lucas, good morning. Yeah, the two Russian girls that we saw at 7-Eleven, I mean, they were barely dressed, you know? I mean, seriously, you guys, they were barely dressed. It was like, whoa. Oh, chief, snip a queef. It's going around again. I got my antibiotics already. I'm a couple of days into taking them. Everybody's got it. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people that have it. There's this crazy cough that goes around AC. I don't know what the hell causes it. But it's all, I won't go into what it is. It's gross, but how is the Genro Queen? Joke times 3. The Genro Queen. You got me again, Ray. I've heard this Genro term a few times, but I have no idea what it means. Sorry, I'm just a little too disconnected. I don't even watch PH vloggers. I watch Thailand vloggers. So, oh, soju. Yeah. That's where somebody was saying. I just replied to all those comments last night from 2 weeks ago because I don't even log into YouTube anymore. I'm watching. Oh, you guys, I'm watching on the big screen, right? So I don't have access to the comment section or anything. The only thing that comes up in my feed now is motorcycles in Thailand. So yeah, it's this real. At least this time around, it's already when I started coughing, it was already break. I could feel it breaking up in my chest. Before, when I had it, it was a real dry cough, and then it migrated into the. Yeah, we got what was it? Apple and peach now, because the one that she tried on the vlog was just straight um, soju Jinro. So is it more appropriate to call it Jinro, or is it only called Jinro in Korea? Or is Jinro the actual name for soju? Boy, I'm a dummy. I don't even know that. No guns this time, you guys. The gun's over there by the window, but no guns this time. So I made a post about that gun, right? I took a picture of it. There was a lot of people asking about it. Big bottle, Jinro 24 or something. Oh, those women aren't Ukrainian and not Russian, Patty. And it's funny how many people miss the point. I had one guy say, well, if you advertise to the world that the gun is fake, doesn't that put you in more danger? And, he's right. But I don't think he read the post. We're in a very safe area right now, but we still feel the need to put that gun there. That was the point I was trying to make. You got to remember that we don't all think alike, right? We're different. And then another guy said, just now, before I came on the live, he said, putting the gun there is an invitation to smash the window and take it. So he didn't read the post either, because the post did say very clearly that the gun was fake. It's a fake gun. So there's not too many people that are going to smash a window for a fake gun. Although in this city, yeah, probably that could happen. The point that I was trying to make is, even though we live out here where there's 24-hour guard gated community, there's a patrol that goes around. We know all the guards very well. Every street has CCTV. We still put that gun out because we don't want to be a victim again before we get to Subic. Yeah, Mike, I know that. I know that. But not everybody's going to get it, right? The whole point of it was, even though we're safe, we don't feel safe, right? You get that? Because we've just seen too much of it. There was just another Facebook post yesterday. These CCTV Facebook posts of foreigners being robbed in this city. And they followed this guy. Now he's got a helmet on, so we can't see who it is, obviously. But it's a foreigner, a white-skinned foreigner. He pulls into his, and by the way, this happened in broad daylight, you guys. He pulls into his carport, which is very common here. He's got an apartment. He has a carport for his motor. And in behind him comes two more motorbikes, carrying 3 passengers. The one bike had 2 passengers. So that back rider is responsible for riding the stolen bike away. And they just start beating the shit out of the foreigner. And they take his motorbike from him. Right in broad daylight. Right in broad daylight, you guys. It happened 2 days ago. Today's Thursday, is it? It would have been Tuesday, right about high noon, 12 o'clock. So they're doing it right in the middle of the day. They don't even care. And why? Well, there's no police anywhere. There's nothing to worry about. They're not going to get caught. They're all wearing helmets. Of course, they put a helmet on if they're going to rob somebody. Maybe that's how you tell, right? Maybe that's the dead giveaway. Oh, those guys are wearing helmets. They must be getting ready to rob somebody. Now, there have been a couple of vloggers that did stories about the crime. Chubbs was one of them. I didn't watch the video. I don't know what he said or what his take on it is, but it's nothing that needs to be downplayed, you know. And for me, it's a little more serious because Jonah and I were robbed, right, in the middle of the night while we slept. And I'm also going to gain some haters because of the way I feel about this city now. Oh, by the way, I'll put a disclaimer in there for you. If you're just a tourist and you're coming here to chase the ladies, it's still a pretty safe place to do that, okay? But you don't want to set up shop here and raise children. That's just my opinion. That my opinion means nothing, right? Everybody has a different outlook on it. For me, uh, as I've told you guys before in live streams, I've got to do the best job I can for my son. And racing him in a city where you're scared to drive on the roads, you're scared you keep a gun by the window at night. That's, it's ridiculous. I've never owned a gun in my entire life. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I was so sick of guns, I never wanted to see another gun, right? Not that I would own a gun here. I'd still see no point in owning a gun, but that's what I mean to say. And bear spray's good, Mike. Yeah, bear spray's good because you'll fuck them up right away. I used to carry bear spray in Calocan when we went out at night. I would have it at the ready, you know, because, Calocan was a shady place, very shady. But believe it or not, I felt safer in Manila than I do here. These Kampampangan gangs that are popping up here or there. Doc from Thunder MC had his motorbike stolen, Honda PCX, right in front of his house. They've got something now where they can scan these key fobs. Because the newer bikes now, there's no key. It's just a key fob, right? And once you get within a meter of the bike, you can use that key fob. You can hit your switch and it'll unlock. But you can set that key fob on the very back of the seat, like where your back rider would sit, and the actual switch on the bike will not work. So they found a way to scan these key fobs. And with that scanner, they can get close enough to the bike to unlock it, start it up, and ride away with it. That's what they're doing. They're stealing key fob bikes, which would be the PCX, the NMAX, XMAX. I don't know if Honda has a key fob bike. They probably do. I would think that the place over there on MacArthur in Mabalacat would probably have it. What's that place called, you guys, that sells all the military gear? You can probably buy a can there. They're only the size of this vape, right? A can. And they even have a little holder that goes on your belt. So you can wear it on your belt. And you can just pull it out and hit the trigger with your thumb. Yeah, you hit somebody in the face with that, a human being. You can imagine Marina Arcade. Thank you. Yeah. I want to go over there, but you have to travel through all the bullshit to get to it. And now that I don't have the NMAX, I felt pretty comfortable cruising through town on the NMAX, But now I've only got the two big bikes, so I may not ever go back over there again. Jason from Friday the 13th. What is Voorhees? Yeah, what is Voorhees? Oh, Lucas said it. I see it now. Jim, yeah. By the way, I'm going to vlog this week or this weekend because I think I'm taking the family. We're going to go stay at Playa Papagayo this time. We're going to try a different resort. Jonah hasn't seen the house I rented, so I'm going to go check out the Subic International Golf Club, which is right there as soon as you get off the toll road. You make a left-hand turn, and it's up the hill there. So I don't know if you've ever seen that place. You probably have. Maybe that golf course was there. Back in the day. I don't know if it was or not. I've got to do some research on it. I'm going to go check out that place because now, even though I'm paid up for a year over at the Best Western at the driving range, I'm not so sure that I'm going to come here that often. Maybe only twice a week. Yeah, it's always on my mind, Jim, to go see Kevin. But I haven't gotten the green light really from Kevin to come up and knock on his door and just show up, Filipino style. I don't have any contact info for him. So I keep asking him for it, but he's a bit like Marcos, He's a little shady. He doesn't want to give that information out, and I don't blame him. That's a great idea, Mike. Yeah, those videos do well. Jonah reaction videos. Okay. Well, at this point in time, today, it's called the Subic Bay International Golf Club. So it may have been different then it could have been the base course, right? And now they've decked it out because there's the yacht club, right? There's money in there. So I have to go see what a membership is at the golf club. Now that I'm saving all this money on rent, I went from 80K a month down to 20K a month. For those of you who aren't very good in math, that's 720,000 a year. That I'm saving in rent. And not only that, but Rizal Street is lined with talipapas and carinderias. So our food cost is going to go way down, right? Yeah. Filipino style, you just show up. That's what they do. And, I get the feeling if I did that to Kevin, he'd probably hit me in the head with one of his Lodge 3.2 quart cast iron combo cookers. I just get that feeling, But no, Kevin's a great guy. I met Kevin many years ago. Melanie was with me, and we sat with Kevin. We had a few beers at Cheap Charlie's bar. Yeah. Yeah, Jim, the house that we're renting is on Rizal, but it's almost all the way at the very end of Rizal before you start going up the hill. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, that reminds me. He's got a 5 quart. Well, wait till you see what I've got. I forgot all about this. Hold on. And then we'll start the topic. It's not going to be long. Joan is going to eat Apple Jacks on the live, so that should be good, right? So guess what, you guys? There's a lodge store in Manila. Look at that. This is a 7.2 quart cast iron Dutch oven, baby. How you like me now? Huh? That's going to be mighty fine for adobo, Mike Foodie, don't you think? Fucking thing's heavy. I probably shouldn't have shown that on the live because now Kevin's not going to give me one. Here it is. It's the Lodge enamel porcelain. It's porcelain enamel on top of the cast iron. Porcelain enamel, Ricky. And this one is a, where's my damn paperwork? It's a 7 quart, I think it said. And I'm looking at it, and I always remember the one, you know. I always remember the one that Mike Foodie had, or not Mike Foodie, but Marcos. Yeah. Okay, I'm behind. Sorry. Roselle. Seems like you guys are talking about a different Kevin than me. Marcos has a 5 quart. He used to have a 3.2, and this is a 7. But what I was going to say is, yeah, Big Kev. Oh, yeah. Lucas, it's definitely a different Kevin. We're not talking about Big Kev, the vlogger. Big Kev, Little Thailand, or Big Kev. We're talking about Kevin, the Master Chief, who lives in Beloy. So now I've got my cast iron pot. Now what I need to do is find or go back on there, and that I didn't pay any import fees on that. That came from Manila somewhere. So somewhere in Manila they're selling it. It's not a lodge store. It's some type of a. See, we've got so much. It says South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, right here. See that? From the good folks down at South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, baby. Now I didn't get because normally if you're due, if you have to pay duties, you get a message from the company that runs the duties at the port, and they won't release the box until you pay them through Gcash or whatever it is. It's some cookware store in Manila that's importing these things. And I'm sorry, but I don't remember what I paid for it. Now all I need to do is get a skillet, right? A cast iron skillet, a big one. I love those cast iron skillets because you never have to wash them. You know, you just kind of wipe them out with a paper towel. You don't use water on them. Ray says if more high profiles, a few incidents would happen. But, well, yeah. If there was just a police presence at all, I think it might help sway some of it. I don't know. Again, I'm just making an observation, you guys. I've lived here for 4 years, and you know, the police in this city are damn near invisible. Yeah, Lucas, I've seen that. Yeah, cast iron, you guys, is the way to go. The heat is always perfect, right? Whereas you buy some of these cheap skillets, the heat dissipates. Is that what it's called, Mike? It's just even, right? You could burn that thing on the right, but it's still gonna. Yeah, and I don't know how I ended up getting the red one. Probably because uh, I would have normally gotten green for Jonah because she's green crazy. She wants everything to be Kawasaki green. And if it's not Kawasaki green, a different shade of green would be fine. Like the Jim Schultz green would be cool. The Ray Catlin green is okay, but she really likes Kawasaki green. So Shin Apsari, good to see you too. Tim, okay, okay. Yeah, because it helps to have somebody else. And Tim is over in Mabalacat now. And you guys know what happened to me with Mabalacat. There you go. The heat, that's what I was trying to say. Jim hates green, but he's green on his YouTube thing there. It says J and it's green. So you need to change that, sir. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add a disclaimer in here about Captain Savaho. That's right, Jeff. Dutch oven is what it's called. But they always have a I see what's going on here now. Oh, look what it says here, you guys. What's it say on there? Can you read that? Made in China. But now look here. So this would be a knockoff, right? And they've just copied the. I'll tell you what, it's damn good. It's damn good because if you hit somebody in the head with that, it's over. Say goodnight. So it's actually a knockoff. And it comes with all of the lodge paperwork. How about that? And it says in the bottom right-hand corner, lodgemanufacturing.com. So it appears that we just discovered in my live stream that it's a knockoff. It's not the real thing. But it's damn good, right? It's a damn good knockoff. Maybe licensed for Asian distributors. Yeah, that's true. It's definitely real cast iron. There's no doubt about that. But I mean, obviously you can tell by the weight. Anyway, I don't care. I don't care if the Chinese make it or the Japanese. Uh, in my opinion, if the Chinese or Japanese are making it, it's probably going to be pretty damn good. So another thing, Tim, is you see that little. You guys know we've got a roundabout up there off of MacArthur, right, where that useless clock was built, and the useless clock in the park that is inaccessible. You guys know what I'm talking about? Well, if you're heading south on MacArthur from Mabalacat, you go into that roundabout, and as you're coming out and you're making your right onto MacArthur, there's a little wooden shack right there that the police sit in, right? And the only thing that I've ever seen, again, this is an observation. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. The only thing I've ever seen is two guys sitting there on their phones, two PNPs sitting there staring at the phone, and hundreds of motorbikes going by with no helmet, slippers, 2-year-old on the handlebars. So, I just don't know what happens here. And there are checkpoints here. There you go. It's not a knockoff. As per Google, the Lodge branded enamel cast iron cookware is made in China. So, the Lodge branded enamel cast iron cookware is made in China. Thanks, Mike. Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't they make them in China? I'll have to look back at my receipts and see what I paid for it because I've got no idea. This was uh, probably got it in the mail 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe before. Yeah, before Patia. Patia was the end of February. I got that in the mail. So anyway, how many of you guys know somebody or have a buddy that gets kind of wound up in this thing of dating bar girls, right? And I want to throw a disclaimer in there right here at the beginning is this doesn't what I'm going to say in the live stream does not apply to every bar girl in the city of Angeles City. Doesn't apply to every single bar girl, okay? And it also doesn't apply to every single scenario because I happen to know a couple of people that pulled girls out of the bar and it's worked out great for them. They've got a great girl. Also, I myself know several girls who work in the bar today who, if the right guy came around, they could take him out and they'd have a great wife. So it doesn't apply to every single girl. And the reason I can talk about this is because when we were in Olongapo, and Jim Schultz and a lot of you other guys can attest to this. If you came through Olongapo City in 1985 or in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s, before Pinatubo blew, right? Those girls worked in the bar to meet a foreigner to help their family. Now, sure, they came from wherever, Bumfuck Leyte or Samar, to make money, but their primary goal was to marry a sailor, right? Those Olongapo girls. Adrian, shout out, baby. Look who's in the house. Sir Adrian, the king of shirt sales on, is it still Fields Avenue or is it Red Avenue? Anybody know? I don't know. Red Street. The king of shirt selling on Red Street. Not just shirts. He's got a couple of coffee mugs over there. He's got some other stuff. But the two people that I know that took girls out of the bar and got great girlfriends, they got them out of the bar very, very early, within the first 30 days. Now that could make a difference. So what do you think makes these girls so hardcore? Like, for example, we have a gentleman who we've talked about in the past, who his entire Philippines life, he's done nothing but date bar girls. No one else. He's put no effort into Greg. Greg, how are you? He's put no effort into trying to meet a decent Leyte or Samar girl. And they're here, you guys. They're here. Look at Jonah Dona. They're all over the place. There's a couple of cute girls that work for the association here that are Leyte girls. And they're just dying to meet a foreign guy. But you can't meet them if you're down there on Red Street, right? You're not going to meet them down there. These girls despise that place. And a lot of people don't know it, you guys, but the working class, educated Filipino is very much ashamed of what goes on down there. And they'd like to see it all go away. That's the educated working class, okay? They don't like the fact that there's an area set aside to exploit the young women of this country. They don't like it. But that's actually a whole nother video. Jim says, I should have married mine back around 83 or so. They were nice girls, but yes, some marriages didn't work out. Yeah. Yeah. And how about this for you guys that didn't know? Again, those Olongapo City girls, they were looking for a sailor. And not only were they looking for a sailor, but as Jim said, a lot of the marriages didn't work out. because of the culture clash, right, between America and the Philippines. Now, can you imagine what that culture clash was? Because back then there was no cell phone, right? All they had was those. All the girls had was those little red, white, and blue airmail envelopes, right? And they would stick a note in there, and they send it to Philo in Charlie 19. That's all they had to put on there. C19 Philo. And lo and behold, I'd get that in the mail 12 weeks later. I'd get a letter from my little Olongapo City honeycomb, right? And if you wanted to write her back, all you had to put on there is her name and Olongapo City. And somehow she got the damn thing. No address, no nothing. Or actually, it would have to be her full name, right? Because there might be two Nanitas, there might be two, but she'd get it. And they would base it on, a lot of times they'd base it on who it came from. Who's the foreigner that sent this? Oh, this is Nanita over on such and such a street. And they'd work it out and she'd get the damn letter. The craziest thing ever. Kind of like the bamboo telegraph, right? Tito George, how are you? Tito reckons that 60% are lesbians. Well, that wouldn't be a bad thing, would it? That was true. Are you talking about bar finding or dating for free? Well, Ricky, the idea behind the video, I think, was these guys that try to they're certain that they're going to get a girl out of the bar and she's going to be a long-term partner and maybe even marry her, right? But the thing is, I believe, and it's my opinion, and it's just mine. My opinion doesn't mean shit. And there's going to be plenty of comments. Oh, Philo, you've lived there 8 years. You still don't know what you're doing. Yeah. That's what a certain vlogger says to me about my vlogging ability. The vlogger that walks down the same street every single day and says the same thing, he's told me several times, I have no idea what I'm doing. So there's always that. You're always going to have to deal with that, right? Yeah, Ricky, I'm talking about the guy that's here and tries to convert the bar girl. And not just the bar girl, but the hardcore bar girl. The bar girl that's been in the bar for 5+ years. She's all tattooed up. She's drugged out. A lot of the girls, you guys, they've got to get drunk just to do their own job. It's just like the strippers in the U.S. My buddy that I worked for, his wife was an ex-stripper in the U.S. And she had to get loaded just to get up on the stage. Now, Jim makes a good point there. Now, why is that? Why do you think the girls turn so hardcore? I think my answer might surprise you. Some of you that are seasoned veterans in chasing girls in Angeles City will agree with this, or maybe you won't. Maybe you're going to get pissed off at me. You're gonna leave the live stream. I don't know. Like I said, I know I'm going to get some haters because of my views of Angeles City now, and I'm leaving for Subic. I know some of you are pissed at me, but that's okay because I'm always telling the truth and I share my experience, and it's always the truth. Hey, on a side note, Jim, I have heard from an extremely reliable source that medical marijuana is being written into a bill to be presented to the Senate here in the Philippines. Jim, I can tell you the answer to that is never. No, sir. Sorry. I won't even venture there. It's just too You got to remember, I'm a city boy. Now, Subic is about as provincey as I want to get. Okay. God damn it, Tim. You stole my thunder. Tim Zayak stole my thunder. Why are the girls, why do they get so hardcore? And why do they start hating us the way they do? It's because we lie to them so much. The foreigners and the guys who come here for 2 weeks, Mike Foodie, that's another reason. That's another reason. We're not there yet. See, you guys are all experienced. I can't tell you nothing. We may as well just call Zone out here. You guys fucking know everything already. And I'm not being a smartass, but I knew that would be the case. Honey, get your Apple Jacks. You're on. Lucas, it's leg day. Okay. Hey, Lucas, I'm in the gym also. How do you like me now, baby? I'm getting my guns back. I just hitting the golf ball a ton, too. Is Adrian Smith in here? Anyway, you guys, the foreigners lie their asses off to these girls, right? And they don't have to. You don't have to lie to these bar girls. It's not going to make any difference. Yeah, believe it or not, you guys, I have gotten this information from a very reliable source, a person that has access to a VIP club in Manila. And he was rubbing elbows with the senator one night. And this is what the senator told him, that it's on the docket to be turned into a bill. Hey, Tim, I'm only joking, brother. No, I didn't think this would ever happen. Really. But you know what? They've got a big enough drug problem here in the Philippines. Now, I've never heard of any big, well, actually, that's not true. I have. There have been, excuse me, there have been big marijuana busts in Manila. There have been. I've seen it in the news. But I mean, that's the quickest way to get rid of the crime. You just legalize the drug, legalize the marijuana, and I don't know if they'll figure out the whole taxation thing and what to do with that, but they don't seem to understand taxation here yet. That and the fact that there's only a small working class that can afford to pay taxation. Hell, I would be willing to bet you. I'd be willing to bet you guys that 30% of the population of this country doesn't even have an ID card. Still does not have an ID card. And it may even be higher. Jonah and I know several people right here in Angeles that are working and they have no ID card. They've never had one because their birth certificate's screwed up and they can't get an ID card. Ricky, there you go. Well, I mean, what would that be really? What would a regular thing be? Because I have found that, you know, just in my experience over the last 10 years, I've found that, what do you talk to these girls about? You got to remember a large majority of them haven't even finished high school. Or if they did, they just kind of, got passed through the ranks. Kind of like my son, my stepson. He was just a failing student, but they passed him through with D's every year because they didn't want to hurt his feelings. Is what the teacher told us. Well, we can't. Thank you, Mike Foodie. Well, Jim, you know it would. Yeah. Greg Bestnight reckons the lack of ID, and yeah, it could be. My guess would be 3 out of 10 people have no actual ID card, and they'll probably live their whole life without one. Now, out in the province, you do have to have an ID card to vote, and they're really big on voting in the province, like in Leyte. That's a really big deal there. I don't know if it is here. Say that, say from, if you look at Manila and the NCR and you spread that out to Pampanga, San Fernando, you know what I mean? You're talking about a hell of a lot of people. I don't know if voting is super important to these people or not, but it sure is in Leyte. It's a really big deal there. So anyway, if you get one of these girls, right, that's been in the bar for 10 years, yeah, she's still going to have that Filipino mentality, that sweet, almost wife-like attitude, right, where she's rubbing your legs and she's feeding you Korean noodles, sitting in your lap and feeding you Korean noodles. She's going to have that Filipino mentality. But inside, maybe she's just, hanging out and going to get as much money out of you as she can. Jim, yes, there is. There is an election in May. So the end of the Ricky, there you go. But you see what I mean? It only takes one person in the family to have that ID, right? Yeah, you look at the family that I grew my Filipino wings with, right? The family that I was with in the beginning. There was, uh, Christ, how many of them were there? Well, Melanie was one of 9 children, so she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 siblings in Bagong Silang, the squatters area. Wait a minute, I'm missing one. Sister in South Korea, another sister. Oh, that's it. Another sister that was in Porac, had some job in Porac. Sorry. Janine must be taking a shower or something. Sitting in your lap and feeding you Korean noodles. Well, you guys get the point. If you had any interaction with these girls, they're quite different from American women, right? Yes, sir. Election is May 7th, I believe. So anyway, back to Ricky's USA's point. So if you got a family of 12, they only need one ID card. So that still leaves a lot of people, right, who don't have an ID. I mean, even my realtor over here, you guys, who's a professional woman, she just left Angeles City for the first. She's like 35 years old, 34 maybe. She just left Angeles City for the first time in her life last weekend. She went up to La Union with a couple of girlfriends, San Juan, La Union. And she said to me, "Yeah, it's really nice up there. I really enjoyed leaving the city for the first time in my life." Isn't that hard to imagine? I mean, Americans, we're just travelers. We like to get the hell out. And also, we've got the money to do it. That's something else you have to understand is they're, even if they've got a decent job, they're not making a whole lot of money, right? So anyway, and I'll make the final point on this. The The gentleman, so lovingly known as the Tequila Reef Troublemaker, is now leaving the country. And he has spent his entire Philippines existence chasing after hardcore bar girls. And every one of them has worked him over. Every single one. But he goes right back and gets another one. So, again, it can work out, but it's a very, very small percentage. I would say, I don't know, really. And I have met, by the way, several aging expats here, right in the community I live in here, that are with the Longapo City bar girls. But again, the times were different then. See, the girls didn't have access to Facebook. They didn't have access to the girls nowadays. These bar girls, they're talking to 25, 30 different guys at once. Plus, they're working in the bar. So if things don't work out with you, man, they've got somebody waiting in line, right? That's the way it works now. So you have to understand that. And if you don't understand that, that's where the problem starts. You have to understand the fact that you as a foreigner, no matter how pogy you are very, very replaceable. And we say the same thing about them, don't we? Americans, Aussies, European guys that come over here. Hey, man, I can replace you. Take me 2 minutes to replace you. Guess what? Take her 5 seconds to replace you. Because she's got a guy in chat just waiting to hear from her. He's dying to be the next dumb foreigner in line. Ray, you know what? Ray, you speak a whole different language, brother. Look at this. Oh, sorry, that's correct. Car went up there. Yeah. I have not been up there, although I know it's a surfing town. And my buddy Mark the Shark, you guys know Mark the Shark. He used to be the San Juan La Union vlog. He says that, there's just not enough to do there yet. So, cranking on your boom, boom, pump the handle on laundry day. Wait a minute, let's analyze that. Cranking on your money bags like a boom, ba, pump handle on laundry day. And he's got there a water fountain and something else, a little eagle or something. Yeah, Ray, you're in your own little world, brother. But I know what you're saying. Ha! Yeah, Yahoo Messenger. Yahoo Messenger actually, 2007. I had my first Yahoo Messenger account in 1995, when Yahoo was actually the preferred browser. You had, what was the other one? There were only two at that time. Yahoo and one other one. Began with an E or something. Anyway, that's never going to happen. I'll never be able to draw that out. Yahoo Messenger, baby. And those browsers even came on a disc CD. You guys remember that? Going back to 95? You either used one or the other. And it came on a CD. And you'd push the button, and thing would come out real slow. You put that in there and it just spins. Because computers were so slow, right? Netscape, thank you. It was either Yahoo or Netscape. See, you guys always bail me out. I've forgotten, more than most people know. Well, AOL was, I'm talking the beginning, Chuck, of high-speed data. The high-speed data, when it just turned the corner, which was right about 1995. My company was involved in it. And when we launched our high-speed data package, it was only available to 20% of the nation, high-speed internet. But AOL was on the phone line, which was horrible. Friendster? Yeah, Facebook replacing Friendster. But wasn't there even another one? Was it Friendster? MySpace. You guys remember MySpace? MySpace was cool because it had all of these different designs and all this different music you could add to it, and then Facebook came and just blew the hell out of everyone, right? It was like the bomb being dropped on Nagasaki. There's nothing left. Facebook came in and cleaned house. And you had to switch over because all your buddies did. Your girlfriend switched over, your mom, everybody dumped MySpace and Friendster for Facebook. Eventually, it took some a little while, but AOL was dial-up. Yeah, yeah, that's right, and it was horrible. Mike Foodie's still hanging on. They still have AOL email. Wow. Well, of course they would still have that. I mean, you don't need anything for that, right? It's just like anybody who's got Gmail or Yahoo. That's going to explain to you. The Boomba is the national water pump. The Boomba. Uh, I can tell you right now, she fell back to sleep. You guys know how much Filipinas love to sleep, right? I'll be right back. I gotta check, see what's going on, because we're at an hour and almost an hour and a half. Gonna put my large 7.2 quart cast iron Dutch oven away. Cast iron Dutch oven. Shout out to you, Marcos. I got me a large 7.2 quart cast iron Dutch oven. Made by the fine people down in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, baby. I mean, how could you not have that memorized? He's only said it a million times. Cast iron combo cooker. What a character. That Marcos, he's a fucking character. Anyway, yeah. You see that? Look at my arms. Oh, yeah. That thing is heavy. I just, hey, we can do a workout show. That's what we'll do. We'll start doing workout live. Who's into that? No one. Yeah, I mean, my channel sucks enough. I start doing workout live, I won't get anybody in the room at all. Uh-oh. What did he do? Oh, that was me. Yep, I knew it. Everyone's asleep. That's okay. Yeah, everyone fell back to sleep again. The dog, the baby. Well, Junior did. Junior never woke up actually. So anyway. Okay. Now my eyes have gotten so bad. AOL still does over $40 million on dial-up subscriptions. Wow. Dial-up subscriptions. There's James. What's up, brother? The ugly tourist. Hey, James, what's going to happen when you get your when you've been here over a year? Then you're no longer a tourist. You're going to have to change the name of your channel, bro. You won't be the ugly tourist. You'll be the ugly resident. Ricky said he used Net Zero. It was free dial-up. I remember seeing advertisements for that. That was really free, huh? Free dial-up. Now, what was AOL? I never had AOL. I went right to high-speed data. High-speed internet was my very first internet connection. So I have no experience at all with the listen to that damn AOL thing boot up, right? I was never on the dial-up, platform. We got my wife and I, because we both worked for the cable company. We got our first computer when high-speed internet launched, and for my company, that was sometime in 1995. It was called Cox at Home. Cox at Home was the first dial-up not dial-up, but the first high-speed internet. AOL dial-up. Yep. You guys check out James's channel, The Ugly Tourist. And let me see, do I have any other vloggers in here? Lex 500, by the way, welcome. With your correct Netscape answer. I don't have any other vloggers in here, do I? You guys aren't vloggers, you're just moochers. You're mooching off of Philo. Tito George's Travel. Tito George. And Jeff, not yet dead. Not dead yet. Jeff's vlogging. Adrian's a vlogger. You guys know that already. Check out all these guys. Oh, there she is. She's she's awake, so she's going to say hi before we log off. I think that's everybody. I want to give you a plug if you're in here. Just make sure I got everybody. It's just the same old crew. It's the same old Cheers crew. We've got Norm in here, and hey, Norm. Mr. Ed was in here. He's a regular. Singapore Dan might be a vlogger. I don't remember. You got to click on his name, you guys, to see. Kevin's not a vlogger. He's gone already. I bored the shit out of him. Hey, Kevin, can I just come knock on your door? And we'll hang out. Everybody wants to hang out with Kevin, especially after that video I did. Ah. Trying to learn live streaming. I'm so good at the knowledge. Lawn Pizza, what up, Lawn Pizza? Chuck W, you were already in here. All we need are some cool waves and some tasty buds. Rah. That's all we need. James is mooching, trying to learn the live stream thing. Hey, James, all you gotta do is talk to him. That's it. They love that shit. Just talk to him. Right? Get a little buzz going. I used to use Imperador to get my buzz going so I could talk. That's a lie. I actually have the gift of gab. There he is. Hey, Kevin, can I just come over to your house, bro? Do I need permission? Can you send me your phone number or something? I don't have any way to contact you, bro. And you owe me a large 3.2 quart cast iron combo cooker. Joke long. I'm just joking. Tim Zayak's going to the gym. How about the heat, Tim? How's the heat over Mabalacat City? Talk and drink beer. Well, yeah, you can do that. You already do a lot of that already. I know you do. I've seen you over there a couple times on Perimeter Road in the Thunder bars drinking beers. Now there you go. See, you have to you have to look at the bright side of everything, the positive side. Kevin's got a bar girl, and if they, you can just recycle them. They're recyclable. Who knew that? Did you guys know that? Janine says hi to Ate Jonah. No, it's Ate Janine. Wait a minute, is Jonah older than Janine? I don't think so. Honey, are you older than Janine? Where is she? I never know where she's at. You guys, what's the movie is that from, you guys? You guys remember the Wedding Crashers? And what's his name? Hey, Ma! Meatloaf! Can we get some meatloaf? God, that movie was funny. There you go. I'm welcome anytime. And you know why? Because I crossed the equator. That's right, baby. Anybody know what it's called if you don't cross the equator ever? What you're called? Anybody? Bueller? Kevin, you can't answer. We got some other Navy guy. Oh, Tim Zayak's going to answer it. I know it. Yeah, 101, Tim. What are you called if you've never crossed the equator on ship? Yeah. Hey, Mike. Ate always signifies older. Ate always signifies older. Jim Schultz knows. Ding, ding, ding. Wrong one. Singapore Dan. Double applause. And it's here. You are a polywog. And then when you're no longer a polywog, you are a Bueller. It's too easy. There's too many Navy guys in here. If I had Army and Air Force guys, you'd just be hearing crickets. Do I have a cricket button? No, I don't. I got this one. Get some. Get some. Get some. Get some. Get some. Get some. What movie's that from? How do you shoot young kids and children, women and children? Easy. You just don't need them as much. Get some. Get some. Oh. Honey, look who's here. We've got the big boy and Mama Jonah. Come here, son. Come here. You look at the size of this. Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Look at the state of affairs we're in now here with this dog. Huh? And he's a good, I'm going to guess 8 kilos, right? Say hello, Simba.
Hello guys,
and
how's
look,
you doing?
Yeah, like I said, he just jumps over the gate now. So it's fuck all with him. He just goes anywhere he wants. For a while, we were able to, isolate him to a certain part of the house. But now, And he just mows Junior down. He just goes full speed and just runs and jumps right into Junior's chest. Like it's like Junior is going for the first down, right? And Simba's like, I'm not having that. And Simba just flattens that boy. And Junior gets up, gets pissed, and grabs him by the tail and just yanks it real hard. You guys didn't get it. He was the size of his head. Yeah, exactly, Mike. You were here that day. Yeah, he's getting big. A lot of gunfire. Well, you got to have one of these. You got to have a sound deck. Oh, these are cheap, by the way. Like 3K pesos. DM me, James. I'll give you the name. You can order it on Lazada. Very cool to have, especially if you really want to get into your live stream. It's fun to have. Yeah, he's big. Shellback and I crossed some other line that I can't remember. Shellback. That's it. Good morning, Jonah and Pup.
Good morning, Jim
From Jim Schultz. Janine says hello to Jonah Dona.
Hello, Sister Janine. How are you?
You gotta smile bigger, honey. There you go. Her hair so long now.
Yeah.
Mine didn't put it online. I got mine from Temu. Oh, you got yours already. Okay. Well, of course you do. I forgot that you're a gadget guy. You're yeah. Your vlogging desk that you had in there. You know, it looks like Howard Stern Studios. You got more shit than I did. Tim Zayak, thanks for dropping in. We're gonna bug out here too because I've got to go meet somebody. Janine, Mrs. Jonah. Okay, we missed you guys too. You guys come back and make that potato salad, right?
Yeah, masarap.
And hey, you guys, we've got a car now, so we can go mooching anywhere we want, right? Not just a trike. We can now get on the toll road and go down to Subic and do a little mooching. But we'll be in Subic anyway. I'll come down and get you. All right.
How's your stories doing? Good.
Huh?
Your story?
We're done with the story.
Okay.
They knew everything already. There's nothing. I didn't have anything for them.
Good.
James, I was going to play tonight, but it got canceled. Every time Eric schedules it, I've always got something going on. Right? But tonight, I mean, we're supposed to play tonight, right at 6, and he couldn't get a court number 5 or whatever it is. He likes court number 5, but he said they were booked up full. We couldn't get in. And now tomorrow night also is booked up, and then I'm going to be in Subic, so I'm out until. You guys normally play Tuesday and Thursday, I think. So I'm going to get over there. I actually got online and ordered myself a pickleball paddle, if that's what it's called. Looks like a big ping pong paddle. Doc Mike is in the house. Good morning,
yeah.
sir. He just came in.
Good morning, Sir Mike.
Mike Foodie. Yeah, man, we're looking forward to seeing you. Things are good. And if we're in Subic, I mean, that's going to be fun, right? Subic?
Yeah.
Subic Bay, baby. We can go on base, and we can go over to the Royal duty free, and we can mooch in there.
Unlimited swimming now.
Yeah, they got all kinds of free stuff in there. It's like a, what's that place called? Costco. Right. They got free shit in there. Filipinos love free shit. Right? Hey. Okay, you guys, just let me know where you want to go. I got a car. We can be there on the toll road. It's about 40 minutes, right? 45 minutes. I can't put both of you on Big Blue, but I'll take Ding. Tell Ding she can ride on the back of Big Blue if she wants. It's only 28 minutes.
That's
Oh,
so
huh?
nice, huh?
Joke
Riding.
long, James. You know, I just like to brag about my awesome motorbike. Nope. You know what, Mike? We weren't talking about anybody specifically. We were talking about the idea of being Captain Save a Hope. We didn't, we didn't get anything done, Mike, or really. It was a dead topic. Jonah and Ding will get along great. Well, yeah. See, that's the best thing, James, about having Filipinas. You just kind of push one to the other and they take care of each other. Off they go. And guess what? Then you and I are free to go do some mooching on National Highway. We'll go over to the General MacArthur bar and we'll have us a couple of beers. And the girls can, and we'll go, that's what we'll do, James. We'll go over and we'll visit Kevin. And you can see the Antiques Roadshow inside his house. That's what he's got. Did you see that video, James? Well, I'm not much of a drinker anymore, but what I do is I take a shot of Jack Daniels, and then I fill the glass up with water. I water it down, so that way I don't get all drunk and stupid. Right? I'm sick of doing that. That's the old Philo. You got the new and improved Philo here. They should save them all for my pervert expat friendships. Well, yeah, there's plenty of that, right, Mike? We're not going to have James a beer drinking contest. Although Jonah now has become quite fancy on the soju. And what did we have last night? Apple. And we've got another bottle in there of peach. So, and I have to admit, the apple's really good. Doesn't even taste like alcohol. So we've got that going on. And what else is going on? Anything? Simba is eating the power cord to the laptop. So there's that. He eats everything. He ate a hole in the concrete floor back here. He just ate a hole in it. So there's a big hole back there. I think he was actually trying to dig up the water pipe. It was making noise, right? When the water runs through it. He was trying to dig up the water pipe and get in there. Yeah. We've got this giant yard, right, in Barreto at the new house. And I can just picture waking up one morning and there's going to be a hole big enough to bury Big Blue in. Because you guys know German Shepherds are diggers. They like to dig. And, but he is very well behaved.
Yes, I'm here.
Soju and Pop-Tarts.
What?
Oh, Mike. Well, you know what? There might be a good combination there. Maybe the cinnamon Pop-Tarts with the apple soju. But they would.
That is good.
Well, they'd have to be toasted, right?
Yeah.
Maynard, how are you, sir?
Hello, Sir Maynard.
Sir Maynard from Doc A Condos Facilities. He is the facilities supervisor.
Oh my God.
James, I think I called it. I think it's apple soju with cinnamon Pop-Tarts. The cinnamon, do we have some of those left?
That is I think that is strawberry.
Oh, Ray, we have tons and tons of chewies for him. Tons of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
He actually has not eaten anything in the house because we keep the floor riddled with chewies for him. But if we run across any coconuts, we'll crack open a few coconuts and throw those on the floor. Ray says that dogs love to chew on coconut husks. Maynard's still kicking over there. He's still kicking over there on 3rd Street, Balabago, at the Dock A condos. It was 3rd Street, right? Yeah, 3rd Street.
Yeah, 3rd Street.
We're getting ready to move again, Maynard. We're going to Subic. So that'll be our 3rd move. Yeah. We're still not as bad as Marcos. Marcos moves every 60 days, I think. No, that's a joke. Shout out to you, Marcos, if you're watching. I know you're not. All right, guys, we're going to call it hour and 45.
Yeah. My God, it's so hot nowadays in the Philippines.
It's so hot in Philippines. How hot is it?
Super hot. Like Mama.
So hot, like who? Who'd you say? Hot like mama? You're a pretty hot mama.
Yeah.
Did you hear what she said? She says hot like mama. She's
I'm just joking.
she is pretty hot mama. Doc Mike, thank you.
Thank you, Doc Mike.
Yeah, James. We're going this weekend. If you wanna hop in, you wanna mooch a ride. Mike Foodie, thank you. Natural attraction is the smell factor. Ray, Caitlin, thanks for coming in. Mike Foodie, all you guys that stopped in, thanks.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe
We'll
and comment.
We'll see you later. Oh, James, we're booking up at the Playa Papagayo. The Playa Papagayo, the oldest resort in Subic Bay.
Yeah, 72 years.
72 years, diba? It's fantastic. Right on the beach. Playa Papagayo. Look it up. So hot.
Bye, Sir Ricky. Take care.
Ray says
Always.
so hot. So hot. All right. Bye, guys. See ya.